Sawe, Hacker here, and in today's video, I'm going to be having a look at 5 AM in Pearl, and arguably why I actually think that in Double Life, she was actually in the right in that circumstance. And not only that, why she also deserves the epithet nemesis. I'll be getting more into that later, but let's get into the video. Okay, first off, in session 1, which is when her soulmate, Scott, flat out betrayed her for Cleo. This was just unnecessary. He could have just reluctantly he took her in, and even though he'd prefer her to be with Cleo, but still, this was an unnecessary ditch which had vast effect, as seen in episode 4 of Pearl's series, of which as she said, "Of course I have issues, Scott. Everyone's abandoned me." Because it wasn't just Scott that abandoned her, it was so many other people, in which I'll be getting into some of those later on in this video. Third of all is in episode 3 of when she was trying to get a closer relation with Scott, that she'd built a house on the bridge, and then Cleo just burnt it, with Tilly still inside. This is unjust, and is also practically the animal abuse, because there's the fact that Tilly was still inside. She didn't even bother to just take Tilly outside first. Fourth, we've got when Ren had called her a demoness and said there was something wicked within her. I would also like to add on this point especially that this was after the accidental kill of Ren and Bigby by an Enderman. Once again, by accident. Fourth is also the unnecessary killing of Pearl by the smallest beings. This was completely unnecessary by Joel. Yes, Pearl may have also tried to steal his stuff after accidentally causing his death, but still, without killing him because of stealing isn't necessarily the best part. You're actually more force than the aggressor had actually used, so this was unjust for Spire. So you can see why everyone's abandoned her. Next part I'd like to talk about is specifically of Nemesis. Nemesis is specifically a Greek goddess. Has been around since even the time of Gaia in Greek mythology, and was a goddess against indication and especially for retribution of evil deeds, and was personification of resentment, and of which especially from those inordinate great fortune. This can be emphasized that when Pearl went red, that she had said the line, "They will die, and I will feel zero remorse for it," in which this showing that she's willing to bring retribution to the server, especially after the B-dubs and Impulse had killed Tilly using lava, as seen in the core, which led to their demise early on, and how they personally would have wanted it, and was overall not the best outcome for them, but they got justice, and especially after Pearl had took out Cleo, in which when she said that she gotten her revenge, and also stating that he didn't feel any remorse for it because of what happened. And of course, she got retribution on Scott because Scott had identified that the only way to actually stop Pearl was through his own death, rather than through anyone else. So this was also Scott getting his retribution for having to abandon her earlier on the server. Yeah. So that's my reasoning of why Pearl was in the right and was worthy of the epithet nemesis, because she had brought retribution to those who had harmed her on this SMP. But also don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I will be posting more soon.